All right, I'm going to ask all of you guys to stand for what I'm going to just say for a moment. It's a little off topic from what my topic is today, but when I was at Celebration earlier this year in August, I received something that have you ever gotten like a download and you're like, I don't know where this thought came from, it wasn't from me, but like I have to share it and I don't know where, and I think it's right here. So I was sitting at Celebration, I was seeing all of these incredible speakers. We just had an incredible speaker, Renee, come up on the stage, and you're going to see so many incredible speakers come up on stage over the course of the next couple of days. And you're going to look at them, and you're going to think to yourself, wow, what if I could be like them? What if I could be as engaging? What if I could have the confidence to get on stage like that? What if I could do those types of things? And I want you guys to all really, 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 really take this to heart, because this is what I had come through me when I was at Celebration. You can only see in someone else what you already have in yourself. You can only see that. So if you see bravery in other people, if you see honesty in other people, if you see confidence in other people, this weekend it's because it's inside of you already. I really want you to take that to heart right now. You guys can take a seat. Is it all right with you guys if I share my story? So I love to tell people that it's not about the day that you get into Isogenics, it's about the day Isogenics gets into you. So as Herb said, I was 18 years old when I first got into Isogenics. I was a freshman in college, looking to lose a couple pounds. I saw what happened for my mom. I was excited about it. But as time went by, I was really invested in what I was doing in school. I was at the #1 school in the world for entrepreneurship, one of the top business schools in the entire world. I was at the top of my class, about to graduate, magna cum laude. I had an internship after an internship, just all around super overachiever. If I could go back in time, I'd be like, slow down. And I was 21 years old, going into my senior year of college, and I started to get a little anxious. Does anyone like relate to that feeling when they were like, the real world is coming? Yeah, I see some hand raised. The real world is coming, I can't be a kid anymore, and the anxiety starts to set in. You're like, okay, this isn't gonna be that fun. And I always said to myself, I will not work at a desk. I will not work at a desk. I will not work at a desk. But I took a Fortune 500 internship in New York City, and I was working at a desk that summer. And it was in fashion, something I love. I look like a genie today. I love it. What I saw is that there is a very, very big difference between financial success and financial freedom. See, what I saw there was that I had the possibility to graduate from Babson College with one of the top incomes in my generation. I had the possibility to have a lot of financial success, but financial success is usually a financial cage. See, financial success is dependent on you, and you earn your way up that ladder, and you bring your laptop home with you on the weekends. And you have, the kids that you're paying for and the vacations that you're paying for and the lifestyle that you're paying for. And if you stop working, you can't pay for it anymore. And your entire lifestyle is dependent on you, and that is a cage. And I was very fortunate to watch my parents while I was at school, the 3 years that I was at school, sophomore, junior, senior year. By the time I was a senior, they were millionaires in Isogenics. And what I saw when I came to Celebration at 21 years old was young people who decided that they wanted to live a life of their dreams, that they wanted to build something for themselves, that they weren't going to just be financially successful, but they were going to be financially free, where their income was going to be independent of them, so that they could pursue the life that they wanted. So I got to work. 2 years later, I'm very fortunate to be able to live a lifestyle where I gave up my lease. My dream was to travel. That's why I got into this business. I wanted to be able to travel, and now I travel wherever I want, do whatever I want with whoever I want, while building my business through social media and Zoom and belly to belly. So with that being said, I'm going to get into our topic for today. And I'm going to be talking about connecting, but I'm not going to be getting into the nitty-gritty of connecting. We're going to have some presenters that do that. They're going to talk to you about, how to do the connecting. But what I really want to talk to you right now is I want to empower every single one of you to understand that you will learn skills that will make you a better network marketer, but you are already a network marketer at this very moment. That if you leave here today, you could be extremely successful in this if you can understand this concept. See, we get into Isogenics for our why. We understand that you're sitting here because you want financial freedom for yourselves, whatever level that might be. Whether it's to pay for your products, your car payment, your student loans, which suck. or to have a complete abundance in your life. Whatever level that you want it in, that's why you're here. You know that. We know what the what is. It's isogenics. It's shake. It's right here. We know what it is. We've already put it in our bodies, most of you. If you haven't put it in your body yet, you're in for a real treat. And the how is what makes us stumble. The how is where we start getting in our own way, and we start messing it up because we make it way too hard. See, I want to define connecting for you. Connecting is the ability to identify with and relate to in such a way that it increases your influence on them. I'm going to say it one more time because I really want it to hit home. Connecting is the ability to identify with and relate to in such a way that it increases your influence on them. Now, I'm going to say something that Patty said earlier, and I want to really drive it home. It says that network marketing is not and never will be sales. And I know right now most of you are thinking to yourself, yeah, okay. They're like, yeah, we like it, so we share it. But at the end of the day, if I don't sell it, I'm not making any money. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're an extrovert, like I am, it should scare you that I just said that. And if you're an introvert, your ears should be perking up. It is not sales. I'll explain it to you. I'm a numbers person. I'll explain it to you this way. The average millionaire in Isogenics, has enrolled somewhere between 150 to 200 people. They have helped 150 to 200 people get started on an Isogenics journey. To become a 1-star in this company, making around $25,000 a year, you need 300 customers. You will never enroll yourself. You'll never be able to enroll yourself into a millionaire position. Network marketing is not sales. It's not duplicatable. What we do is we build networks of consumers that have a vested interest in using this product for life. And our job is to connect with them, because if we were in sales, we wouldn't be able to create massive networks. See, I've been in sales before. Has anyone ever heard of Cutco? Yeah. I have people who actually are in Isogenics now who in their contact list says, "Do not answer Cutco saleswoman." Yeah, I was that person. I was great at sales. But you know what the difference between sales and network marketing? Sales is being the information. Network marketing is connecting people to the information. And there is a huge difference, and I need you to understand this. In sales, I went into Cutco, and I spent a 3-day training learning everything there was about it, memorizing it. I had a booklet. I went to their house. I sat down. I gave them an hour presentation. At the end of it, I was like, "What do you want to buy?" And I did not care if they came back because it was a one-time sale. Network marketing, I like to share this experience. It's like if you wanted to go to a restaurant and you said, "Oh my God, I've heard about this restaurant. It's down the street. It's really good. You should come with me." And your friend goes, "Okay, well, who's the chef and what's on the menu and is it gluten-free?" And I can guarantee you do not go, "Let me go Google all of that." All right, so the menu has about this many items. Absolutely not. You'd send them the link. You'd send them a tool, because we're networking the restaurant. We're not selling the restaurant. We don't have an attachment if they hate the restaurant afterwards, because that's not our job. Our job is to share something. And then after you go and have that great experience, you say, "I love this restaurant. It was great. You should come. I've been going to this restaurant for 5 years. I still love it. You should try it. Why haven't you tried it yet?" That's what we're responsible for. And I want to come back to this. It's the ability to identify with and relate to in a way that increases your influence on them. And there's a lot of people that will get into network marketing, and they come on board, they fall in love, and they're ready for it. They're so ready for it. And then they come around and they say, "Every single one of my friends and family members said no." And I say, that happens, but can I ask you, how much influence do you have over them? It's not a fun question to hear back. But I'm serious. There are some people that are in this room right now that you might have been fitness professionals, that you might have already been somebody who was a very successful business person, and you have influence over your peers in those areas already. And so your friends and your family jump on board already. But you might not have that influence yet. It may take time. It's very weird, but we actually have more influence over people that don't know us, because they only see the person that we want to be, right? You might take some time to commit to this, to say, "I'm not giving up, and I'll be here until I do influence you to want to use this." See, everybody communicates, but few people connect, and you want to know why? Connection requires investing energy. Guys, I want you to think about the things that you value the most. Can you get that a picture in your head? Like, what do you value? Maybe it's your college degree, right? You spent 4 years and you walked across that stage. Maybe you're the first person in your family to do it. Maybe it's raising your children. Maybe it's the relationship with your spouse. I can guarantee you the things that you value the most are the things that you invested the most amount of energy in. And I think we can all agree that residual income has a huge value to us. Maybe it's so that you can go fishing. Maybe it's so you can be home with your kids or send them off to kindergarten. Maybe it's so you can travel when you're 20s. I don't know what that value is to you, but for some reason we have all this value placed and we do not connotate that means I have to invest energy into it in every relationship. And guys, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever been added into a Facebook group without being asked? Have you ever added someone into a Facebook group without being asked? And you all say no. I know some of you have done it. I've done it. Come on. Have you ever just tagged your team? Oh, there's a call. Tag. But you didn't call them up and ask them. You didn't see what they're doing that night. Make sure you spoke life into what this was. They needed to be here this weekend. Guys, can we, as a community, do better for this industry that deserves more out of us, that we keep putting less and less value into it and less energy in it? This industry deserves more of us, that we invest our time into it instead of getting involved, posting a picture of a shake and saying, look what I'm doing, join me. Right? Yeah. It's not about that. It's about the time that it takes, and the amount of energy that you're going to put. How much time do you spend on building your social media, on actually investing and connecting with people, on sitting down and having a conversation with someone and understanding what it is that they need? I'm going to skip to the next one. The confident ask questions, finding what will connect. And the insecure just keep talking, hoping something will stick. I love this quote. Now I'm going to have a really, really great example for you. I take Ubers everywhere, put it on my business card. It's a business expense because I talk to every single Uber driver. And I got in an Uber one time. I was in Boston, and I got in the car, and my go-to line, I'm going to write it down. Do you do this full time? I know, it's mind-blowing. It opens up a lot of doors, though. And I said, do you do this full time? It was a 20-minute ride, and I did not speak the rest of the car ride. Happens to be that this guy was in another network marketing company. And by the end of the car ride, I knew their corporate staff, I knew who his wife was in it, I knew every single product line, I knew pretty much everything, because he was so desperate to say that one thing that's going to perk up my ears, right? We're just waiting for those eyes to light up, like that's what I needed to hear. And so he's going. And at this point, I'm just scrolling on my Facebook at the back. I'm like, I don't care. I was like, I was just making conversation. And how many of you have been that person? I have been that person. Please raise your hand if you've ever been that person. You are so lit up with excitement, and that is awesome, but we are not in sales. We are not here to be the information. We are here to connect. We are here to be human beings who can have a conversation with another person and figure out if there is a gap in their life that we have an answer to. And if there is, we direct them to the solution. It's duplicatable, moves faster, it's a lot more authentic, and this business will only build well if you build it that way. I'll give you another example. I used to think that I was the best connector in the world. I could talk to anyone. People would be like, you can talk to a wall. And that really should have been my first sign that I was not doing it right. I was giving speeches. I wasn't connecting with people because I love to talk. But has anyone here ever had trouble with retention? Yeah. I had a lot of trouble with retention my first year. You want to know why? I cared about these products. I cared about this business. I was like, do you understand the difference between linear and residual and leveraged income? Do you know what toxins are? Do you know what adaptogens can do for you? Let's get on a conversation. I will convince you into this because you need this and I care so much. But you want to know what? I wasn't doing my job. We're going backwards. See, you can't lift people to higher ground if you don't have common ground. And you can cast a vision for people, but if you don't get down off that mountain and walk them through and facilitate the thinking process. See, it is not my job to convince them, but it is my job to be the conversation tour guide, to take them around the conversation to figure out where their gaps are. Because let me tell you something, you can convince anybody into anything. But at the end of the day, when you walk away and they put that president's pack in and you leave and they do not call you back ever again, it's because their own voice came in when your voice was gone. Their voice was there saying, maybe it really is a pyramid scheme. Maybe it is, maybe I was just drinking the Kool-Aid. It can't really work for me. Guys, I have been in this industry since I was born. And I still have those doubts in my own head when my parents weren't the ones speaking life into me. Because I had to go through the process. And if you don't get down off that mountain and walk them through that process with them, if you don't ask them where their gaps are, if you don't figure it out, I love when people are like, this person had an objection, so I'm done. I'm like, that's our job, right? Like, our job is to overcome objections. That's literally what we're here for. The information does the rest. And then we figure out, where's the objection? Get more information. Where's the objection? Get more information. It took my mom 10 years to get into this company. A no is not a no for forever. But it is our job to understand where it is a no. See, I want to go back to that influence. What creates influence? Influence is first and foremost having what people want. Let's be honest. Who do you follow on Instagram? Is it because they have the body that they want, that you want? The income, the lifestyle? Why are you in this room? Is it because the person that brought you here has something that you want? Why did you listen to your friend? Is it because they had the weight loss journey that you were looking for, the energy that you needed back, the time with their kids? That's number one. That's casting a vision. And casting a vision is so important. Because if many of you are in this room because somebody cast a vision for you that you never saw for yourself. Casting a vision is the beginning. But if you don't go through the next couple of steps, you'll lose them. Number two is common ground. We just talked about, you have to find the common ground. You need to be a person. You need to come down off the mountain after you cast this grand vision, and you need to relate to them where they're at. Number three, and I love it because the woman we just had on stage, she said it, she trusted her friend to care for her. Trust and caring. Those are the other two things that create influence. That somebody you know and trust, that's why word of mouth is absolutely incredible, and that person's going to care about your results and about your experience. That's where it comes from. So I want to tell you a story of one that's actually successful. Give you some good examples. So I had a roommate last year, and we were talking about this. This was about March when I was going through this, because I was like, what is happening? I need to do better at this. And I've been in this business for 2 years, guys, and I will tell you right now, you earn while you learn, and I am still learning. And we were talking about this exact thing, and she came home from the nail salon so jazzed one day because she was like, I had the best conversation. I said, tell me what happened. She said, well, I was at the nail salon, and the woman next to me was getting her nails done, and she was telling the nail technician how she needed to lose weight for this wedding. And I was like, right, this is when all of us are like, doors open, go tell them about Isogenics. We've got the answer. And I said, so what did you do? She said, okay. She's like, I pulled back and I walked in. She goes, I heard that I overheard your conversation that you're trying to lose weight. Can I ask, what are you doing? She said, oh, well, I'm meal prepping now and I've been working out more. She goes, oh, is it working for you? She said, yeah, I've lost a couple pounds. He said, great. How do you feel? She said, well, I have a little bit more energy, but it's taking so much of my time to meal prep. She goes, yeah, I totally get that. Totally understand. My roommate used to be a fitness competitor. She's like, I used to meal prep all the time. It took up so much time. She goes, how about cost? Is it costing you more? And she just asked question after question, and she found common ground, and she got into their whys, and she understood what was going on. She didn't just open up that door and present the opportunity, as we all want to do. Oh my God, I do it all the time, guys. I still catch myself being like, reel it in. Like, not yet. And then what she did was, and the most brilliant thing, I don't know if it's for you, but I think I have something that you might really like. If you want, I could send you some information on it. That's it. She walked away. That is the power of investing time and energy to connect, to really connect with another human being, to understand what they need, to be able to help them to get there. Now, guys, the truth is, though, is that sometimes the answer is going to be no. And that happens. I used to think, when I first got into Isogenics, that if the answer was no, I failed. And if they didn't see the vision of millionaire, I did something wrong. Because I was like, how can you not see it? I don't understand. Like, I was like, this is it. This is my vehicle. And so it really bummed, like, I felt like a failure if this person didn't understand that. Like, they couldn't even just like the products. They needed to understand the business. And one of the number one things that you'll learn in this business is that no is okay. And no will happen. There was one time, and I was practicing this conversation piece, and it was, again, back in April, I was like, I'm doing it. I'm gonna pull back, I'm gonna ask a lot of questions. And I was talking to this guy, and he wanted to get healthy, and he was an investment banker, so he was working a ton of hours. And I'm talking to him, and I was like, okay, he's like, I wanna get healthy, I'm interested. I'm like, great. Sent him some information, and he comes back to me, and he says, I think it looks great, but I just think it's gonna take too much of my time to get healthy. And I said, thank you for your honesty. And I said, I totally get that. And, at that point, I really just wanted to give him a 5-minute spiel about how, like, time is a matter, and you're going to be dead someday, so you need to take care of your health, and isn't a shake so much easier? But I said, I'm going to ask questions. So I said, okay. I was like, what about it makes you feel like it's going to be too much? And he said, well, I'm at work, and I have meals delivered to me. They pay for them, and I just don't want to blend a shake. And I go, do you not feel that having a shake, and blending it about 3 minutes and drinking it would save you time? And he goes, no. I said, okay, thank you. But what was awesome about that is that I saved myself the time and energy of presenting to someone that's not open. And people will not be open sometimes. And that's okay, because they might be open later. And they might remember you as that person that didn't jump down their throat and try and convince them into your beliefs. Because the truth is, like I said before, their thoughts will always overpower yours. And what I really want to end on is this one quote. Some of my best thinking was done by others. Guys, you cannot think for other people to succeed in this business. You cannot create an organization of 75,000 people that you thought for all of them. You have to help people think for themselves to come to this conclusion that they want this. And every single one of you have the power to do this right now because you're a human being and you can connect with other people. Thank you.